Hello guys, I hope you are doing good. So today's video is about how do we create a portfolio website for ourselves, whether you are a developer, a designer, a photographer, or any creative professional. Having a portfolio website is very crucial nowadays to land you jobs, to get clients, or to get freelance gigs. For that, I'm going to show you how do we create a portfolio website for ourselves to portray our skills in a detailed manner and in a more creative manner. It also works for developers and stuff, because in resume you just everyone says to write a one page resume, but making your own portfolio website is more detailed, so you can show your work using timelines and stuff also in a detailed manner to the company that you're applying to. So it's really beneficial. That's why today we are going to make a portfolio website, and the tools that we are going to use are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, maybe Chat GPT 2 or any other AI Chat GPT tool to structure our web elements, which will help us to design our web page in a more creative manner. And this is completely a beginner friendly video, so you don't need to worry about knowing HTML, CSS or JavaScript. And in this video I'm going to tell you how you can write or edit your own work experiences, your name, etc, using the HTML code. And I'm also going to upload all the code to my GitHub repo, so you can also clone it and then modify according to your needs. And towards the end of the video I'm going to also host the website or make the website live using GitHub pages. But before moving on, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit a like on this video, and also comment down below if you didn't understand anything regarding this particular video. So yeah, so let's move on. Alright, so I've moved to my screen. So first of all, you need to download Visual Studio Code download. So you can click on the first link over here and you can choose according to the operating system that you're using, and then click on download. I already have it downloaded, so I'll open it up. After you open it up, you can create a new project. Maybe I don't have a project, so I'll create a new folder here, or maybe in the here I'll create a new folder, sample project, let's say, or portfolio project, and then open, and then you can trust the okay, and then you can create a file called index.html. You can call it anything, but I called it index.html. And maybe I'll make it bigger so that it's visible to us. And afterwards we need to do one thing. What I'll do is I'll copy all the starting code from Bootstrap, like the boilerplate. So Bootstrap HTML starter code, or the boiler code. Click on this first link, and then when you scroll down you will see the starter template over here. So you can just simply copy it and then paste it over here. So you can see all the starter code that is included. So I'll save it, and this is basically the Bootstrap CSS link that we need if we want to add any functionality from Bootstrap itself. So it's already included, which is good. And this is basically the meta tags. So what this tag does is, like, it is basically a use for responsiveness, so it will also fit to the mobile screen or the your iPad screen. So that's why this tag is used over here, and it also includes all these script tags that are needed. So alright, so everything is included. So let's try to run this and let's try to make it live. So for that I'll do control plus right click and open with live server, and when I do open with live server, so you can see that it automatically opens it. So if you don't see this option, so you need to download the extension called live server. So this is the live server extension that you need to install, and then you would be able to control plus right click here and open with live server. So I'll close this, and this is the hello world being printed on our screen. So I'll try to write hello world, maybe I'll try to edit it, and then you need to save it again. So I'll do command plus S, and then when you open your web page, so you need to reload it. But yeah, sorry, this was the title that I modified, so you can see that hello Mars is coming here, and for the hello world I need to edit it here. So I'll do command S, and then you can see that it's automatically reloaded and it shows hello Mars. Now let's include header, footer and body tags, sorry, main tag. So we already have the body tag here. All right, so we will include a header tag over here. So for that we will write header and then close it, and this is the header tag, and then we need a main tag, okay, and then we need a footer, but for that I'll paste it in the header, or maybe I'll paste it here. I'll remove this and say footer. Alright, so I included header, main and the footer tags. So in the header now what I'll do is I'll include a nav bar which will be on the top, as you see in most of the website, which will have home, about, services, or your work experience also included, like in the tabs. So I'll go to again to Bootstrap and then search for navbar. So for navbar you see that there are, like, this particular code is for this the navbar to look like this, but we don't need this search. We can also remove it manually, but let's search for other navbars. This looks good, so I think I can use this one maybe. Okay, I can use this one, I guess. This has a div tag, but what is this button tag for? Let's see more. I don't think there are. I think I can use this one. So this will include a nav bar like this, and okay, so these are search buttons, search input boxes, but we don't need the search. But let's see if we can include the color scheme like this. Let's just copy the first one that we saw. So let's just simply copy this one. I guess this looks good, and then we can change the background color to black maybe. So I'll open the Visual Studio Code and paste the navbar here. So let's save it. Let's see if it updated the web page. Yeah, so it included navbar also, but I'll remove this hello Mars, but because it doesn't looks good here. So I'll remove this as of now. And okay, so these are the basically the anchor tags, and href are the links to which you want to move to after you click on those buttons or the anchor tags. So I'll include a section in the main. So what sections will do that it will move to those pages after we click on the anchor tags. Okay, in this section tag I'll give a ID name. I will give it like home. So I want this section to be with the ID home. So after we click on home, so it should move to this particular block or to this particular section. So what I'll do is I'll give this ID also a name. So this is this hashtag basically means that this is a ID with name home. So this would directly connect with this thing and it will open it after you click on it. So I'll give it, let's say, a header tag first. Maybe let's say a h2 tag. Let's say it's home, and then let's give it a paragraph tag. Let's say I'll write anything over here as of now, and then I'll copy paste this again for the, let's say it work experience. So for work experience I'll copy this here and paste it, but without the space, and also it should be small letters always, the IDs. So I'll copy this, I'll paste it here. So this is for the word experience tab, work experience. So I'll just write it again, work experience maybe. So this is my work experience section, and then we can save it, go back to our web page, and you can see that this is the home and this is the work experience, but it won't load now I guess because it is not separated. So we need to also separate this thing using CSS now. But before adding CSS, I'll try to remove all the unnecessary stuff since we don't need that. So I'll remove this div tag which represents this this particular drop down which we don't need. So I'll remove this, and also this particular thing, I mean this whole li tag, list tag, I'll remove this. And for the pricing, I think I don't even need this, so I'll also remove this. So I will use command plus s, and then now I can add some CSS. So I'll create a file called style, let's say style.css. I'll write and include the curly braces and write background color. Maybe I'll give it aqua, let's say, and command s. And so yeah, you can see the color has been changed for our background. I'll give it a nice color, maybe let's call it something like near to black. I'll then write color is white, is white, so that the text color is white and the background color is black. So you can see that the background is black but the color is white. Let's see the other colors that we have available. So I'll go to Bootstrap, maybe search for colors, and these are for button I guess. For background colors, let's see if there are, yeah, background color, but I think these are for buttons. So maybe I'll go for HTML background colors. So I'll go to W3 school site and try to search here. Okay, I don't know what color is this, but let's try this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's near to blue, navy light, sky blue, I guess. But let's explore other colors also. Hmm. Okay, so RGB. Okay, I think this particular colors looks good. I'll try to use this one. I think this will look good for our site, I guess. Yeah, I think either this or either this, but I'll try to use this RGB, this one. 100, 100 and 100. I'll try to save this. But yeah, I think I need to use. Okay, then save it and open your site. So I think this looks much better, but I'll try to make the navbar background color darker. So for that, maybe I'll use this particular color. So let's see. For the nav tag, we can, so okay, so it is using bg.light, navbar.light. So first I'll try to remove this, and let's see. Okay, so now let's try to include for the navbar. Background color, paste it, save it. Okay, so it looks like this, but I did one mistake. I need to go here, and I think that should be light. So yeah, no, all right, 1 second. I think background light should be removed, and I think I should keep this navbar light, so it looks like this. So I think it looks much better, I guess, but I'll also try to change the text over here. Before that, I'll also do one thing. I'll include this star so that it applies to the whole page, and I want to keep margin and padding as 0. So I'll write margin 0 and padding also 0. Save it. Now I'll try to improve the fonts on our page. So I'll go to W3 schools and search for some fonts. Maybe search it here, fonts. So this font is for free. Okay, I can use this one also. Maybe I'll try to use something fancy like this. So I think I need to just copy this, go back and paste it in the body tag, save it, go back, and you can see it looks good. Yeah, the font looks good, but let's also make, okay, we can make the font size bigger if we want also, but I think it looks good. So yeah, so let's save it. I'll now try to adjust the HTML that we have. So here I'll include Mars, this portfolio, and I will then change this from home to maybe work experience. Let's keep the work experience here, and or maybe let's keep it home over here, and keep it work experience here, and include one more list, anchor tag, and call it projects, or you can say services. So after projects I can create one more and write contact me, or just contact. Okay, and I'll try to save this, and you can see that we have contact, projects, work experience, home, and Maz's portfolio. Now I'll try to move these anchor tags to the right on the navbar and keep the Maz portfolio tags on the left. So for that I'll create a class and call it navbar, let's say, and then go to style.css, and classes are represented using dot. They begin with dot if you want to change their style. So, and curly braces, and then you will write justify content and keep it on the right position. So I'll command plus save, and you can see that all these items are moved towards the right, and we have the Maz portfolio on the left. I'll expand the video. It looks good up till now. Now I'll try to make this particular Maz portfolio seem like it's a logo, so I'll make its font size a bit large. So for that, what I'll do is I'll also write like here that it's on the left side, so I'll call it left as a class, and then do dot left and curly braces, and say font size like around maybe 35 px. Save it, and I think, yeah, it looks good. I'll expand this. Now what I'll do is I'll include a section over here on the left, and on the right, on the left, I'll display that, hey, I'm Maz and I am a web developer or a full stack developer, or whatever my services I'm offering. And on the right I'll show my image or my work, like maybe work experience. Let's see. So first let's create two section, but for that maybe I'll try to remove this home. I also don't need this, so I'll remove this, and I'll also remove this particular home list. I'll save it, and I think it okay. So now what I'll do is I'll remove this thing and call it class first section. First section, I'll call it first section, or I'll call it just a starting section, and then I'll include two div tags in it. So I'll include two div tags, and first of all I'll call this with class left section, and the other one as right section. Okay, so this is the starting section with left section and right section. I'll try to write something here. And save it. Okay, so it shows like this. Now we need to adjust it so that it shows on the left hello on the left and world on the right. So I'll go to style.css. I'll write starting section over here, but with the dot in the at the front, and use the curly braces, and then write display flex, justify content space around. Then I'll give it a margin as maybe auto. Let's see. Hello and world. I think it looks good. I'll also try to, then I'll go back and try to give this div tags a color to understand the spacing around. So I'll write okay, so I'll give it a background color. Okay, so backgrounds are like this, so maybe I need to increase the width of background, so I'll give it 30 or 40 or 40%. Let's try. Width is 40, so I'll see how it looks. On the top we need to give a margin, so maybe I'll try to do something else. I'll give it a margin of like 23 or 30 px. I'll give it a margin of 30 px and then write 0 here. Let's see. Yeah, so from the top it gives a margin of 30 px, and let's see if, let's give it 60 px and let's see the change. So yeah, it's much greater now, but okay, so I think 60 looks good. I think this looks much better, so I'll try to expand this so it looks even now. So I'll remove this one. After doing this, I'll try to edit these texts. So I'll go back and write maybe something like hello, this is Maz Jafrani and I am a web developer, or I am a full stack developer. And I'll save it. Hello, this is Maz Jafrani and I'm a full stack developer. Or I'll write only this and I'll use this in another div tag. Okay, so I'll paste it here and you can see it will be in a new line. Okay, hello, this is Maz Jafrani and I'm a full stack developer, but I'll try to remove this and save it. Okay, so it looks good, and I'll try to put an image on this right side instead of world.